So at first I wasn't going to share this. And then it was like, I don't know. I just feel like it could be a testimony for me, from me, for someone else. So this week has been, I'm not going to say it's been heavy, because physically nothing has happened. Nothing bad has happened or anything like that. But so today is Wednesday. Monday, I cried all morning. I cried like at first it was, I was watching, what was that movie? The Best Man's Holiday. Because I was trying to catch up because, you know, the new one is coming out, right? So, you know, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It hits you. It hits you right here. But it's a good movie. So, at first it was because of certain scenes in the movie. And then, like, the scene would be over and then, like, the comedy part would come back and I would still be crying. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why am I crying? Now, mind you, yes, this year has been a hard year for me and my children. And, like, we've dealt with a lot. And it's just, you know, it's been a tough road. Even though I want to say no one knows, but, like, my parents know. And maybe, like, a couple of my siblings, I don't know. But it's been a very tough road for me and my children, and we have dealt with a lot, fought through a lot, and it's like I have still, like, I will feel it, I will be in it, I will, you know, feel my feelings and then move forward. But I was like, okay, so nothing is going on, nothing has happened today. This was Monday, so why do I feel so emotional? And that went on all morning. I don't even feel like, did I do any work that day? I don't even think I worked that day. And it's like, I felt like I needed a mental health break. And so I was like, okay, so Tuesday's going to be better. I went to bed, I cooked dinner. You know, I did my mom duties and I went to bed early. I was in the bed. Me and the son probably went to bed at the same time. So Tuesday comes along and I was not emotional, but I just did not feel myself. And it's like, I'm wondering why. And I've been having, I don't want to call them nightmares because they don't scare me, but I will say that I have fought a lot in my dreams. There has been a lot to deal with in my dreams, and it's caused me to, like, I wake up in a sweat and all of that. And it's like, when I know by being spiritual, when I sweat in my sleep, it's definitely because I was fighting, you know, evil forces, so to speak, or the enemy. And I remember a lot of my family members were in there. A lot of ex-friends were in my dreams. Like, and this has been going on since Sunday night, the dreams, and the night sweats. And I just it's like, today is Wednesday, and I just feel like, I'm being spiritually attacked because there is something that is on the horizon for me that is good. It's amazing. And the enemy does not want me to get to that point. I heard someone say the other day, she said that when the enemy sees you getting close to your destination, when the enemy sees that you're right there, like, say for instance, you're at the door, you're knocking on the door, or not even knocking on the door yet. You pull up in the driveway and you let God know, oh God, I'm outside, you know, I'm pulling up. And God like, okay, the door open. So the door open, and the enemy, you know, in the front, y'all like, wait a minute. They got here fast. They got here a little early. Let me stand in front of this door and keep them from coming in. Like, they standing in front of the door. And she was like, the enemy wants you to turn around, go back home, so to speak. Go back to where you came from, where you're comfortable. But all you have to do is keep walking past them, because they ain't gonna do nothing. I just heard in my head, I'm not gonna lie, it said they ain't gonna do shit. The enemy ain't gonna do shit. It's like smoke and mirrors. And all you got to do is keep walking forward. You know where the door is. Keep walking towards the door, and all will be well. And it's like, if the enemy can throw you off psychologically, emotionally, or whatever, spiritually, in any way, they're going to try it. They're going to do it. And it's like, you have to remain faithful and be vigilant and stay steadfast on your journey, and just remember why you are doing what you're doing. If you remember the why, if you remember the what, the desires, the goals that you have, it'll make things worthwhile before they come into fruition. But the enemy banks on you forgetting the why and the what. The enemy banks on you being like, oh, this too hard. They bank on you being like, oh, it's too hard. I had to pause for a second because I had to burp. I had to, open my throat chakra up some. And I don't like burping in the camera because I just feel like sometimes I ain't going to say all the time I feel like it's disrespectful, because sometimes, when the message is flowing, it's just flowing. But I just don't want to burp in people's ear, face, whatever. But I just feel like remain vigilant, stay steadfast, and just keep pushing forward, because once you get there, once you cross that threshold, it's all good from there. I'm not going to say that there won't be any problems, but the types of problems will change. It won't be the same stuff, that you've been dealing with, that you've gotten tired of, those problems that you've gotten to the end of your rope on, where you're like, I'm close to giving up. If this keeps happening, fuck it. Like those types of problems, they're going to be gone. They're going to be out the window. Now, yes, new levels, new devils, but just like you made it through that last level, you're going to make it through this level as well. You just have to just keep going and keep moving forward, and trust that God and Goddess got you no matter what it looks like. They got you. So this message is just to reassure you that even though people look like they not going through things, or people act like nothing is bothering them, they are. Like, shit happens to everybody. But also the message is that if you're one of those people and you're going through something right now, just keep fighting through it. Just keep setting the goals, keep crushing them, it's like I'm getting this energy of like, even though it don't look good right now, it's not about what it looks like. Like, if you sit down and you sit with yourself and you really think about your life right now, how do you feel? What's going on within you? Is it like something, is it like something that happened and it's over with? Are you stressing about something in the future? You don't know what's going to happen, but you're stressing about it because you're over analyzing or overthinking it, or trying to figure out what's going to, it's like right now in this present moment, right here, right now in this present moment, how do you feel? If you feel like crying, let it out. I'm trying to tell you, like, I used to be one of those people that didn't like to cry. I was even in a relationship where my ex was like, at one moment he was like, dang, you act like you don't feel nothing, like you unemotional. And then when I started to open up, and like the things that he would do would bother me, and I would cry about it, then he like, I just hate seeing you cry and all of that. And like, then he wouldn't be around for me crying. And it's like, now I'm at a point where I know that crying is a cleanse. It's a release of all the things that are within us that we need to let go of, or we need to cleanse out of our system. So if you need to cry, cry. Because once you finish crying, you'll feel better. That's number one. You will. If you don't feel better after you cry, you ain't even cry enough. You need to cry some more. Because I guarantee you that crying makes you feel better. And it's just like, if crying ain't, if that's not for you right now, then maybe you feel upset, or maybe you just feel overwhelmed, or discouraged or something. But I just want to encourage you to just feel your feelings. You know, sit in them for a minute, recognize them, give them the attention that they need, and then move forward. I just saw 10-10. Move forward and just get past it, because that's not where you're meant to dwell. You're not meant to dwell in sadness or anger or anything that has that lower vibrational type of energy. We are meant to be high vibrational beings. That's why everything here, it's like things on earth are harder because of the gravity of earth. And it's like the gravity is not just physical, it's spiritual as well, it's emotional as well. It's like earth is meant for us to be pulled down, because we are meant to fight through, we are meant to persevere. And you know, that may be something that's hard, but it's worth it. I promise you it'll be worth it in the long run, to just, instead of giving up, which is easier. It's easier to give up because you're like, fuck this. No, it's too much. But when you finally get to where it is that you've been trying to get to, you'll see that it was all worth it. You'll see that, you know, you had to go through certain things so that you can build thick skin, so that, you know, you can have the right information to give to people, so that you can be a testimony for others, so they don't have to go through what you went through. Because some people, if they went through what you went through, it made me think about my year. I feel like if there were people who went through what I had to go through in this past year, in 2022, I don't know. I ain't gonna say they wouldn't have made it through, but I'm gonna toot my own horn, and I'm gonna say that I feel like I made it look easy. Because if you look at me, if you see me out anywhere or whatever, you're not gonna know that, you know, I went through anything, you know, that I don't even want. It's like I'm not ready to speak on what it was yet. But you wouldn't look at me and think, damn, she going through that, and she must don't care. Oh, she care. she trusts God. You know, it's like having that trust in God that you're protected no matter what, that everything is gonna work out. It's like it makes everything that much easier to deal with. Like, things are hard enough without having someone in your corner, or feeling like you don't have someone in your corner. But when you realize and remember that God, Spirit, is always with you, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can do the impossible, because if God be for you, who can stand against you? Not a damn other. So anyway, this message just went on long enough. I just wanted to encourage somebody who may be feeling like I've been feeling, or gone through a tough year or a rough patch in life, and just feel like, you know, I just can't. I don't know if I can keep going forward. You can keep going forward, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're meant to do. That's what you're here to do. That's what one of your purposes here on earth is, to just keep moving forward. You know, even if you take one step a day, and maybe the next day you might sit down and not do nothing. It don't matter, as long as you keep moving forward and you hold on to as much faith as you can. I don't know. I'm trying not to get emotional, because I'm not I was gonna say I'm not the type of person to cry, but I am. I'm just not the type of person to publicly cry. That's what I'm saying. But like, just hold on. I'm rambling now, but hold on. Keep going forward, because it will be all right. I am a living, walking, breathing testimony that, you know, you don't look like what you've been through. I mean, I probably do right now. You know, it's early in the morning, it's raining, just took my kids to school, all that good stuff. But, you know, that's besides the point. It's like, you don't have to look like what you've been through. And just because somebody look like they ain't going through something, that don't mean that that's what it is. It's just, some people just have a private life. Like, my business is my business. That's what I've always told my children. Like, our business is our business. People don't have to know what we got going on, what we're going through, but you know, that's just me. But anyway, so I pray that this message was encouraging for someone. I pray that it found you in divine timing, that there's a message in here for you, or some confirmation at least. You know, just keep going. You got this. Even if you feel like you ain't got it, I promise you, you got it. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You are doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. Like, you are, if you're watching this video right now, you are in divine alignment. You are divinely aligned right now. And God and Goddess got your back. Your spirit team, your ancestors, you are mightily protected and unconditionally loved. Okay? So, love and light to you. You got this, okay? Namaste. I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise.